Welcome inside of Studio 74 at PayPal Park alongside the former Earthquakes midfielder Chris Dangerfield, former Earthquakes midfielder and all-time assist leader Shea Shalinas, and for Carlos Eustace, I'm Kylen Mills. The San Jose Earthquakes take down Sporting Kansas City 3-0. An outstanding performance here at PayPal Park. Striker Jeremy Ebobisse had the brace, earning himself Team of the Matchday honors alongside Paul Marie. What impressed you most, Danger, about this Earthquakes performance?
When you look at what Lucci and his staff wanted to achieve in this game, I think that we discussed it last week in our show. First of all, it's a Western Conference matchup. You want to get that win. You want to start out strong at home and get that first goal. They achieved that. They wanted to get a shutout at home once again. And a shout out to JT Marcinkowski for the work he did with a couple of key saves. You also wanted to try and get Jeremy Ebobisse back on the scoring sheet, and the team achieved that. And then finally, from my perspective, on the left-hand side, you want to see a good performance from Cade Cowell, and I'm going to give a shout out to Paul Marie as well for his performance of late on that left-hand side. I think that Lucci and his staff and the team, they really got the job done.
To your point about the left side, Cade Cowell did play outstanding. What stood out to you, Shea, about Cade's performance specifically?
Yeah, I think Cade's done really well all year. Unfortunately, it's been that final product that's been missing, goals and assists, and that's what players are rated by, especially when you're playing up top. This game was amazing. He got 2 assists, and ultimately I think he should get a 3rd assist for the penalty kick drawn by J-Bo. It's a great ball over the top for Jeremy Ebobisse to be in behind. But what impressed me, the first assist, he makes a great run in behind his defender. Montero passes him the ball. He chops it with his left foot. I didn't know he had that skill in his locker. Chops it with his left foot back to his right and puts a great ball into Christian Espinoza, who has a tap in. So that's a great pass there. The second assist that he got was Jeremy Ebobisse's goal that Paul Marie cut back cross. Cade Cowell cuts in on his right foot, chips it over a couple defenders' feet into Paul for Paul to cut back with an easy finish. So just impressive work by Cade in that game, which was really good for him to get on the stat sheet.
We'll go back and take another look at that first goal in the 12th minute. The Earthquakes jumping up early. Cowell, a big part of that. Danger, what did you like about the build-up on that first goal?
Well, the build-up, first of all, Lucci likes to play out at the back. I thought it was a really good team goal. It was created from the build-up out of the back. Shea talked about Montero getting involved. He sort of popped out to that left-hand side. He had time to create from that position. A good run by Cade getting behind the defense. And then you can see where he's cut it back onto that right foot. Jeremy Ebobisse makes a decent run to the near post, sort of freezing one of their centre-backs. And once again, the man of the moment right now, Christian Espinoza. It's a fairly easy tap on the right-hand side, but it's a really good team goal created by Cade on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and for Christian, you've got to be in the box for the tap-in. So it's a long, hard run to get in the box for that tap-in finish, which is good work rate.
In terms of that goal in the 40th minute now, moving along to that penalty kick that was earned, what does that mean as a teammate for Christian Espinoza to pass that opportunity on to Jeremy Ebobisse, who's dealing with a 5-match scoreless streak at that point?
Yeah, there's always this awkward moment where you have the guy who drew the penalty kick and the guy who is taking penalty kicks. So this year, Christian Espinoza has been taking our penalty kicks, but Jeremy drew the foul. And Jeremy has taken penalty kicks in the past. So there's this moment where they're kind of looking at each other. It looks like Christian steps up to take it and then realizes he should pass it off to his teammate. So I thought it was great, communication, great team moment where he gives his teammate the goal. Jeremy comes out of the slump and then goes on to score a second.
Goes on to score a second. What did you like about that third and final goal of the match, Danger?
Well, it's that left-hand side again. We've talked a lot this season about the right-hand side because Espinoza and Acapulco have done so well on the right for the Earthquakes. But this match especially, I thought the combination play of Paul Marie and Cade Cowell was very, very good. On this particular goal, it's a really nice give and go on the left-hand side. A good run, nicely timed by Paul Marie. It's a clever ball. You talked about the clever ball just being chipped over the defender's foot. The movement by Ebobisse was a little bit Wondolowski-like. He's just seen that space pop back out, and it's a good finish. It's a first-time finish, but it's a fantastic ball by Paul Marie. And shout out to Bobasi and Paul Marie, both of which have been selected for the team of the match day for MLS this week.
The San Jose Earthquakes now look for their first road win as they take on Real Salt Lake. Now, RSL has struggled, losing 5 of their last 6. However, why, Danger, is this going to be a difficult test?
Well, playing on the road in Major League Soccer is always difficult, and this is a team, RSL, a little bit like Sporting Kansas City, that not had a very good start to their season, but at home they typically do play a lot better. It's a Western Conference matchup, and we talk about the Quakes trying to maintain their position in the playoffs, and therefore these games have sort of an added importance in some respects, but certainly going to play in RSL in the altitude, always difficult, Shea.
To your point about the altitude, America First Field is more than 4,400 feet above sea level, which certainly changes the way that you breathe in air, the way that you feel while exercising. Shea, how does that play a factor in this match?
Yeah, altitude is tough to play in, especially when you play here in the Bay Area where you're pretty much sea level at all times. We also don't struggle with humidity here, and our air is usually pretty easy to breathe. In Salt Lake, the air is dry and you're at an altitude. So it's a shock to the system during warm-up when you have cotton mouth immediate. Like your mouth just dries up. So you'll see guys chewing gum just to keep moisture in the mouth. But it's a difficult game. That 20 to 30 minute mark in the game is when you start to huff and puff and start to really feel the altitude. So hopefully we have a strong start, get through that second win portion and end strong.
A tough test for the San Jose Earthquakes. Danger, what is one key to this match?
Well, Shea talked about the strong starts. The Quakes are the better team right now. They're playing in form, and they've done very well being aggressive early in the game. At home against Sporting Kansas City, coming out and getting the early goal. Can the team go and repeat that in a difficult place to play, get that first goal, get on top of that team early on?
Yeah, I agree. A strong start's really important. We've had 3 away games. 2 of them we've conceded really late goals in, which has cost us points. I think we get the strong start, we hold them off, and then the key, I think, in this game is going to be not conceding a late goal.
To your point about finishing games strong, I think substitutions are going to be critical in this match. With the altitude, folks might be winded. The people who come in late in the games are going to have to step up, perform, put together that strong defensive performance to close out the game and not concede any late goals like Shea mentioned. The San Jose Earthquakes take on Real Salt Lake on the road. 6:30 Pacific time is kickoff. Of course, you can watch that match right here on Apple TV's MLS Season Pass. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here on Quakes Exclusive. We'll see you next week.